As far as return on investment, so far from 14 years in this business, Juicebox has been the most powerful return on investment I've done.
My friend, you
How are you?
Agent of the Month for August. So congratulations to you for Juicebox 2022. Big congrats to you.
You know, I don't get on many of the calls, which I want to. So I get on like later at night, and I view the recorded ones.
So, you know, what we found is that right in 2023, I think you've written 1.7 million in annuities using the system. So I'm curious, if you had to identify the actual process, how important has that Juicebox system been for you in terms of the results that you've generated?
Yeah,
that?
With any lead generation, you're going to get a lot of people that you talk to that are just not qualified to do what we do. And that's true with everything. I'd say about 80%, but the 20% that you do hit on, they've got assets, they've got income to expense ratio to do an IUL, and they're really primed. The important thing for me is when I get on the call with them, they're the ones that contacted us. They've got a need and a concern, and that's the first thing that I really launch into is, what is your concern? What motivated you to contact us? What's going on with your retirement journey? And I do that, and then I just be quiet and I just shut up. There's some silence there for a while because they're thinking, gosh, why did I click on it and contact them? And I let them talk, and there's some that will just start talking away, and then others are just gonna blurt out and say, well, what do you do? What is this all about? And then I just circle right back around. Well, what are you looking for? There's a lot of things that we do. What are you looking for? What's bothering you? Why'd you click on? So
have you been using the tools like the forecaster? Are you using the actual forecaster, the presentations? Are you using those to actually close deals as well?
I do. I actually have my own tool that's like the forecaster, but I've utilized it, yeah, and it's a great tool. It really is. The tools are great. The CRM is terrific. I really like the CRM and how you can just, you know, take the client step by step. I like the steps that they get contacted automatically, especially when you set up an appointment. And I let them know. I says, hey, we're going to get automated reminders, and I will too, on the appointment. And the thing with the first call is some of the first calls are going to be really short. They're not qualified. I wish them well and we move on. The other is going to go, 20, 30 minutes. I've had one that actually went about 45 minutes because they just wanted to keep talking. They had a lot going on, a lot of assets, and I'll take the time to listen to them. And that's one I wrote about $400,000 on. So of course I'm going to listen to them. There are people that are contacting you that do have assets, from the 2 to 4 million of assets. I've hit them, and so I've got 2 more coming in September for just over $1 million in premium. One may be a small IUL, but yeah, there's opportunities out there that make this.
So can you kind of quantify for me, what do you expect to earn, yearly with the system? You've done, almost $2 million in annuity business this year with the Juicebox system, but can you give me an expectation in terms of like an expected commissionable income year after year with Juicebox?
Oh yeah. So I expect just from the Juicebox earnings probably between 220 and 225 is what I have right now. So
that's what you're on pace for right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm on pace for.
Got it.
And that's just with the Juicebox program. So as far as return on investment, so far from 14 years in this business, Juicebox has been the most powerful return on investment I've done. It's been a terrific program. I've been surprised by it. The first
in what way? What's been surprising?
Well, the first few months it took a little while to get acquainted with the callers and the people that were coming in, And once I got, past about 2 months, 2.5, 3 months, I started, getting more and more deeper into the relationship. And yeah, I've had, $500,000 a month, a 620 with Juicebox. Last month was a little slow, but it always is during the summertime. And now it's starting to pick up where I'll have a big month in September, then another big one in October. So it's being consistent with it. It's putting those that aren't ready to do anything with you and drop them into your drip process. The CRM helps with that, but I've got another process that also has a sequence to keep in touch with them. Yeah, when I say surprisingly well, I didn't expect to be hitting big deals with it. I was expecting to do smaller
100, 200.
Yeah, but you've got some people and couples that they made a point to have both married couples on the call. He says, I gotta get my wife on this, and I tell him, I says, we're going to get on a Zoom call. Are you retiring together, or are you going to do it by yourself? Should she be on the call? And I've had several that make sure that both of them are on the call. You got to do that. If it's just him or if it's just her, you've delayed the process a lot longer, because you got to convince both of them. So get both.
I'm curious if you can. Those folks that are starting out, they're in your shoes, but they start, like you were in, I think, October of last year when you first started with us. What would you say to somebody who's just starting Agent Shift right now? They're in your shoes a year ago almost.
What I would say is, number one, have some credibility behind what you're doing. They're not going to know what Juicebox is. They're just not, but they are going to know you once they get to know you. And I use it. I says, we've contacted you through my marketing group, and they're terrific. And that's how you were able to reach me. But have some type of credibility behind you. When I say that, some people will have a book that they've co-authored or authored, or they've got an article that they've written that they've got published. Get connected with something like that, and it just makes a big difference. I'm sure there's some agents that have they've been in the business a long time, they got credentials and all that. But have something behind you so they get to learn about you faster. The other thing is, and I learned this from one of y'all's videos, is doing a personal video about you, what you do. Make it quick. Don't do a 10-minute video. You're gonna turn them. Do something that's about a minute, 2 minutes, and but send that out, and send it out constantly. But be consistent.
Have you found that important in your success? Sending that video, have you found that to be?
Oh yeah. You've got to send something that has a professional look about you. They've seen a bio about me, they've seen a video, and it's not. It really warms it up. It's not going to be a cold call. Not that it's a cold call, but it really is. They don't know you yet.
So you're trying to build that relationship, I think, which is what you're describing.
Yeah, exactly right.
Well, thank you so much for doing this. A big congratulations on Agent of the Month. Very exciting. Keep the results flowing. Keep sharing as well, because it really does inspire all of us in the team. So just thank you so much for your time.
All right, Jared.
I appreciate you, buddy.